seconds ago. Yeah, I know that shit was blurry as hell.
Alright, we got the Hebrew Israelites here once again to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which will be known as the haircut from the scriptures. Alright, first and foremost, we give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Yahushai. We're going to give double honors to the house that break no stone to us, the truth and the Holy Spirit. We're going to give a mighty shalom to the elect that's out there pushing this truth around the four corners of the earth, holding us so diligently. Alright, and we out here again to do what we do, man. Do what we was commanded to do by the Lord, Yahushai. Alright, which is to go out to the public and preach this gospel to the weak. Alright, so we got
Right. So, just going with the spirit, the piece I want to go to is First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. The reason why, I'm saying, even brothers in the truth and out the truth, for some reason we want to have two suppers and eat them both. Be at the dinner table with Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, and be at the table with the devil and his all his men who test the monkeys and all these other nations. Like a precept, okay?
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 21, right? You cannot drink of the cup of Yahweh Yahushai and the cup of devils.
Like, say that one more time.
It says, ye cannot drink of the cup of Yahweh Yahushai and the cup of devils.
So there's no free will. The free will is you saying that you can. There's no free will that you can. The Lord wants you to follow his side. He got his table. That's it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Entree. Appetizer, entree, and then a damn dessert, right?
Ye cannot be partakers of Yahweh Yahushai's table and the table of devils.
Right? You can't, what's it called? Have your cookies and your cake too. You can't eat them both, now, right? You gotta choose one, right? You go to Matthew 6, 24, real quick.
I got that. I got to bring it up. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High and men.
Right. Like if you're a waiter for the Lord, like it said in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 1, when you make a commitment to serve the Lord, you gotta prepare yourself for temptation. When you serve the Lord, you can't serve somebody else, right?
I got to preach that real quick. This is
This
Revelation chapter 3, verse 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Because thou sayest, I am rich. Well, I'm going to start up a little bit more. I know that this is Revelation 3:15. I know that works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot.
You see that? And that's crazy because the Lord is telling us, man, listen, man, hey, man, I wish it was cold or hot, man. Right? The Lord would rather you be all the way out this thing than to be lukewarm, man. Yeah, man, straddling on the fence. Waste of space, man. Yeah, man. Go ahead. Was it on that? Hold on. Before everybody get the precepts, let us finish this point real quick. All right? We still didn't finish this point. So it says, do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? It says,
Right.
Right.
We already know that there's many precepts that show that we provoke the Lord to jealousy. Let alone if you get a verse that we made the calf in the Mount Sinai when we started getting portal with the family in Moab. The Lord even showed you in Hosea, the first chapter, he made Hosea get a whore wife to be symbolic for Israel for their whorish ways, right?
It says, are we stronger than he?
Come on, man. That's like the clay asking a potter. We asking a potter a damn question. Is he the Most High? Can he do all the things that he chose? Is it right for us to only serve him? Should we really push away the other side? That's why the Lord put the Spirit of Solomon to test all the folly, all the wickedness. You know what I'm saying?
Luke 16:13. Right? No master can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. We cannot serve the power of God.
Right.
So that goes into that's cutting up. Man. or like Kyrie Irving. Because these dudes, they serve their soul, they sell their soul. So you got so-called white man who's a so-called master on the left-hand side, you know, and you get paid, you sacrificing your life and your time, you know, you're being an entertainer on one end, and then on the other end, you know, screaming out that you're an Israelite, you know, that you acknowledging that we're God's chosen people.
Right. Kind of like to go back what he was saying, he's talking about we trying to eat, two dinners. It was what you was on in Revelation. I'm just going to go to verse 20 real quick. This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 20. It says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me." Right? And what are we eating? We eat this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I'm going to get this real quick too. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 15 and verse 3. It says, "With the bread of understanding shall she feed him, and give him water of wisdom to drink." Man, so that's what we eat at that dinner table, man. Right. How about showing outside, man? Right. You know what I'm saying? That's the real dinner, right? This stuff over here with the GMO food and the damn seedless everything, man. That's not the real food, man. The real food is just wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Right, dude. It's like you go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 10, 5th verse, when it said we ate of that spiritual rock. It's so crazy how we've been always through the wickedness and getting back on the other side. We've been always eating of that spiritual rock. And that spiritual rock is Mashiach the outside, the same one that fed us that man, right? The same one that took us out of Egypt. We've always been feeding off the grace and the mercy of Yahweh outside.
Make sure you talk to someone. Don't talk to the phone, talk to
I got a piece of it in Matthew 26, starting at 26. Matthew 26 and 26. And as they were eating, Yahushua took bread and blessed it and broke it and gave it to the disciples and said, "Take, eat, this is my body." And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, "Drink from all of it. For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins." That's our first point. Where it said, "Take the bread, eat it, the word of body." Hey, there's knowledge. The word not understanding the spirit. It's true. The word not understanding the truth. The word is actually all body outside. You eating that up. You taking that in. You become like outside. You finish from the outside. Coming to one way outside, but take the body. You drink it in blood, that ticket to your cup.
So like before you start. This is not, no, I'm not wrong with you, but this is not like a fast food meal, man. This is an enduring meal, man. We can't just take it lightly what we're doing, man. And then we eating at this dinner table, man. We can't, have your elbows on the goddamn table, you know what I'm saying? You can't be doing any foolishness, man. This is a serious matter. It's a serious dinner. It's a formal dinner that we in right now.
You can't slop. You gotta make sure you got on the right apparel. Some of us might go to a drink and the garment is all scruffed up, got marks all on it, and that's why we gotta always try to be willing to cleanse it. That's why the Lord say, "Wash it, make it clean." With the word.
Yeah, it's all I'm thinking about. Because it rewards people in the end. They said in Matthew 22, they got put on the right garment, clean, right garment. Because if you're wearing a third garment, you're cast out to outer darkness. Because you do be in master peace. But in Matthew 26 and 29, "But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth a food of wine until that day when drinking you the kingdom of our kingdom." So that's the new covenant before you get the kingdom of heaven. And not just something now, but if you got no ticket to the kingdom, go on.
Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. But he answered and said, "Is it written, man shall not," read it over, Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. But he answered and said, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High."
Just like what we're saying, this is the dinner table right here. We got to make
feeding ourselves with that that's gonna make us alive spiritually. You know, that it's gonna make us bring this one one accord with Yahweh Hashem Yahshua.
All right. And there's no way that we could say that we can't be studious or we can't study or nothing, because it just shows you, man, we gotta really be devouring the Lord's bread instead of having physical bread. We go to 2 Exodus 8, verse 3 and 4. There be many created, but few shall be saved. So answer I and said, swallow it down, O my soul, understanding and divine wisdom. It's a continuous thing when it comes to guys. You can never did enough. Never did enough. You probably did one video this week. It was never enough. You probably prayed fast this moment. It was never enough. You never did enough, right? And that's why you always want to be abounding in the ministry of Yahweh and being rooted in Hamashiach and Yahweh to be built up like Bible building.
Quick precept. This Ezekiel chapter 3. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speaking to the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth and he caused me to eat that roll, man. So I don't keep on going. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. Right, so the Lord told us to go and eat of this roll. Right. This is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scripture. Right. So the Lord, he basically laid it upon the table that he wants us to devour this wisdom.
Right. And real quick, so in the same book of Ezekiel 4:13, right? It says, and Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their bread defiled among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. So just knowing that even with what's out here outside of the dinner table is defiled, man. And so why even, waste your energy on that stuff, right? We know we need food to live, of course. You know what I'm saying? But that true undefiled food is the word of Yahweh Shem. That's right. That's what we gotta focus on.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 4, verse 30. It says, Then they went out of the city and came unto him. And in the meanwhile, the disciples prayed him, saying, Master, eat. And this is the disciples, man. Because they came from a long walk's journey. They're trying to force the Lord to eat, man. Right? They're trying to force the whole shine to eat, man. And he said, but almost like I have meat to eat that not of, man. You see that? The Lord's like, man, listen, man. I got meat to eat that you know not of, man. Right? It says, therefore the disciples one to another, have any man brought him aught to eat? Yahweh Shai said unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work, man. Right? So that's the spiritual meat that we need to be really devouring, man, which is wisdom, so that we can get the hell up out of here, man. All right? The meat of the Heavenly Father is doing the work, man.
This is the meat that you want, right?
Yeah.
You go to some people's houses, right? They get offended if you don't eat their food, man. What more? Not eating the whole spread of layout that Yahweh Shai spread out for you. You don't want to eat that, you don't want to take that, but you want to eat over at Auntie Susie's house that got chitlins and some other stuff cooking. You know what I'm saying? There's stuff, man. You know what I mean?
And that goes into the 2 Corinthians 5 and 16. Because they didn't see the Yahweh Shai eat, but you see how he was talking on a deeper level. They tell you in 2 Corinthians 15, the 5th chapter, verse 16, that we gotta stop looking at man in a human point of view. It's the same way we did Mashiach and Yahushua. You can't look at him in a human point of view. Everything has to be spiritual, right? And so when we talk about this dinner plate, the table being with the Lord and the devil, you have to look at it in a deeper level. If you look at it at a deeper level, it's going to make you want to make transactions to change.
Who's that? This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 25. Husbands, because Israel, before I read this, I want to make a point. We know that Israel is like into a common delicate woman.
Right.
So with that, the scripture. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Yahweh Shai also loves the church and give himself for it. Okay? That he might sanctified and cleansed it with the washing of the water by the word.
Right.
That, and this is something we're supposed to be doing every day. We're supposed to be constantly reading the scriptures and applying them, and so we can have our clean garments. You know, verse. So that when Yahushua comes back, we're looked at without spot and wrinkle.
You gotta come to the table clean, man. You gotta wash. You can't just come to the goddamn dinner table scruffy and damn, you know, looking like what's that Big Pig from Charlie Brown, man. You gotta come to this thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that was at the wedding. I'm one of the guests. That was at the wedding.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but you looking, you know, you dirty, you looking scruffy, man. Man, that's, you know, you gotta come clean, man. You gotta get clean by that water. That's the water of the word. You know what I'm saying? You got one.
Verse 27. That he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. Okay? So that's the point, you know. We have to you know, just labor, keep on labor this thing, keep on putting our sincere foot forward so we can be presented to Yahushua without spot or blemish. Or worthy.
Right, yeah. He's worthy.
This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 1. I'd like to say, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that has no money, come ye buy and eat. It says, yea, come, buy wine and milk without money, without price. Where do ye spend money for that which is not bread? It says, pay your labor for that which satisfies not. Right. Because in this world, you labor, plow on. Hey man, but your pockets got holes in them.
I got 1 in 5 or 6. Yeah, one of
It says, hearken diligently unto me and eat. Ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. You know, like the Bible going to that your soul, you know what I'm saying, delight in the fatness of your how much you know shot. That's how you goodness.
So now, you read that.
It says, wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread?
Right. Think about what's going on right now, man. Like, you know, I'm going around. My wife went to go get some medicine, and it's just like $13, man. Something used to be like maybe $5. Like, everything is going up, man. Eggs is down there $5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I read an article earlier. They said the egg prices tripled.
Right.
Tripled in last couple months.
And what does the scripture say? It says what now?
It says, in your labor for that which satisfies not.
Right.
Labor ain't gonna satisfy.
The money, yeah. You don't need no money for this.
You work that 40 hours and you're checking like you only work 15.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? It says, hearken diligently unto me. So the Lord is like, you can beat yourself up in this society and try to climb up the ladder.
Or hey, come over here.
Even when you become rich, you still a nigga, man.
Right.
Like Jay-Z said.
You know, look at
he's at the
Joseph.
top.
Joseph, in his role, he was just in with his father. Next thing you know, he was in prison. Then he got risen to governor. And he still was serving how much y'all shot. You know what I mean? I got a precept just to lay me off of what the brother had said. Can't let that go. We talking about the mirror. So to flip it in like another aspect to show how, you know, the Lord considered us a wife. And what we did, we got, what ended up happening, we got polluted. So Jeremiah the 3rd chapter, verse 1, they say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers. Yet return again to me, saith Yahweh, right? And Israel became a harlot. You know what I'm saying? We became spiritually bisexual because we wanna please our own flesh, we wanna please this world and please Yahweh, right? You see so many people saying they got a relationship with Christ and come right out their pocket with a beautiful cigarette. Man, oh man, I love Christ, and they come out with cigarettes. Where do they do that at? At the dinner table, the Lord is not dealing with you coming out with a cigarette. Hey, Yahweh Shai, how was it when you came up here? You think Yahweh Shai is going to deal with you when you got a whole cigarette in your mouth? You know what I'm saying? So we've been polluted with same sex. You got a lot of non-ex being proud. Oh, look at the gay agenda. Thank you, gay agenda. And then let alone society, when we talk about music, they'll advertise something that's real, but then they'll make the scenery look fake. You can't even look at TV and know what's real or what's fake, because they'll show you Bad Girls Club and you'll see a ratchet woman, but then they'll see Blueface and Chris Brown fighting in the middle of the street, and then you don't know if it's okay, because Chris Brown, his whole career got collapsed for being a woman. So why is it not him? It's because they make money off the negative things that we do.
Right, they do that because they programming our people to be a certain way.
Yeah.
Right? Because I seen the clip of actually Chris rocking led with Blueface. The man kept calling her bitches, bro. That's all he could say to her. You know what I'm saying? She was sitting there like, looking bugged out on some drugs and shit.
She ain't no better.
You feel me? She ain't no better because she beating him up. Right. But they promoting that violent black man and black woman household, man.
They put hands on each other's families.
Yeah, he not just fine right now.
Yeah, some violent
Him too. You know what I'm saying? But that's the whole point. All of them is doing it. Just they all getting money for that.
And then this is the crazy part. Your father come up protecting you. Jaws the man. Right? He runs off, right? The father hit him. He runs off. And she walking with him like, and just look at her dad on the ground and shit.
Yo,
They just promote that shit is out of order.
Then
bro.
another
That
video
shit's
sticking
crazy.
around. She beating Blueface sister. You know what I'm saying? It goes around in a circle again.
So they just the modern day Bobby Whitney Houston and Bobby
Yeah.
That's not allowed at the dinner table.
Yo, you got bored. This man keep making a video, man. God is good, man. Just let God do everything. And the man keep telling Usher, I don't know if I seen Usher, you guys doing word. He keep reflecting on the same. Yo, you remember when we was in the bed? You just in the bed with me? You just ran just to go get Frosted Flakes, brother. He gonna say it in front of mad people. Usher smiling before he say it. As soon as he say it, you remember you was in my bed and you was rushing to get Frosted Flakes? Look how you became a man. Then the shit went to a frown. In the industry, you gotta hide so much just to make it. And guess what? They gonna keep putting it right in your damn face, man. You know what I'm saying?
But that's that programming.
Yeah.
They went up. I had a precept too, which goes right into that.
Bring it out.
This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Verse 19. Late night. Oh, it's not even lit. It's like,
But that's definitely predictive programming, though, man. That's what they do. That's what I was looking for, right? The predictive programming, the programming of the mind of our people. Yo, and it's crazy because just this week, just talking to certain people, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and I'm trying to sprinkle a little bit of song, you know what I'm saying? Sprinkle a little bit of wisdom on them so they know. And, just by conversating with them, I'm like, damn, they really, going off of what they see in the word, man. You know what I'm saying? Versus what the scriptures really say. Make a long story short, sister inboxed me about my Israelite, blah, blah. And as soon as I start to, get into it a little bit, she just puts it away because, because she know how we rock. She know how the Israelites about. We are about really what the words say. She knows she got to give up all of that shit in the world. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how. And I wasn't in you asked me about this scripture. You feel me?
that's how Nicodemus was. He went up to Yahushua at night. You know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Some of them, was that Nicodemus?
Was it? Nah. You talking about the son? John? Nicodemus? Nah.
Yahushua was some of them. You got to be born again. You know?
Oh, nah.
And also, it's another time where Yahushua told somebody, we got to give up everything.
Rich man. Nah.
That's how our people is today. They're not willing to sacrifice. They're not willing to
Give up stuff.
give up themselves.
Right.
You know, all the pleasures of themselves to follow Yahushua.
That's why I kind of, in a way, do stepped out there and by him, the Lord used him as a vehicle or a tool, whatever you call it.
Right.
Just put his life out there, man, and he lost a lot of money behind it, man. And now he's just been trying to stay out the media, and they just harassing him, you know,
Yeah, but the scriptures say, that it's camel. It's like
It's hard for a rich
It's hard
man
for a rich
to.
man to get to the kingdom of heaven. It's like,
Yeah.
That's impossible. It's like I got a precept what the brother was saying too, right? Because you gotta come up the right way, man. You know, Christianity is not gonna get you to the kingdom of heaven. I'm gonna just keep it a snap. You're not gonna get salvation going to the church one day or something. Period. You gotta come through the right way. This is St. John chapter 10, verse 1. It says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber, man. So you can't come into the
You can't come into something.
you can't come to the
Trying to come through the
supper.
window.
Right, you can't come to the supper. You want to invite
Trying to
him?
come through the roof or something, dig a hole on it. You can't do that. You gotta come through the door.
you got Jakes out there that want to be Muslim Israelites.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't come in like that. I mean, you got Jakes over there that's really into Islam, and they'll tell you, you know what
He is right, but you Islam.
How you Islam? Never understood.
Yeah, man.
I'm serving two gods. Two masters.
Right, masters, man.
That's that jersey that's got the one team on one side and the other.
Oh, yeah. White, black shit.
Yeah, like, who you root for?
But cousin, please, for
Right.
I'm a.
Right, you are, you not. You know what I'm saying?
The Lord not that, like when you do multiple choice and he is always all the above. God is, Yahweh is not that man that, I'm going to be all the above. I want it all. Nah, man. It's either this way or the damn highway.
Right,
The
man.
scriptures say, let your name be named.
Yeah. Woo! Good point, guys. Good point.
John 6:52. One of the people just can't get the word.
Right.
They can't understand. Look at John 6, let's just start at verse 50. This is the bread which cometh down from heaven, that a man may eat thereof and not die. I am the living bread which came down from heaven. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. The Jews therefore strove among themselves, saying, how can this man give us the flesh to eat? We just couldn't get it. We couldn't get it. What did he mean? Wait, he talk about literal flesh? We had to really eat flesh? Got to eat hair, his skin? Got to do that? Read on, then Yahweh shall say unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, that say you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you have no right in you. No. So, in the mouth, hey. The point is, that people you can't get, when the house child they give them a test. The house child give them a test to see who did, who not. And
This
that's
is
so.
going to drink from the Lord of God. We either can eat at the table now, or we're going to drink in the cup.
That's gonna be a force fed though. That's gonna be a force fed, that one.
The cup, or you're going to drink the cup.
Yeah, it's either or. That's a
You
fact.
drink the waters, or you're going to eat the cup.
Or you gonna eat the cup.
That's like you're sinning, man. And if you know when the truth, you just out there sinning.
Well, Salakia, and that cup is gonna be that gnashing of teeth, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be, that's how hard that is gonna be to swallow, you know what I'm saying?
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 7, verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field and is full of good things. The entrance thereof is narrow.
Salakia. So you said it's a good things, man. So this table, man, hey, it's laid out. It's got all types of good stuff. Man. Anything you can imagine, man. It's just a beautiful layout, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
So this proves, this has been, I see, it's been a lot of New Testament discussion. You going through these deep waters and walking on this narrow path, how could we be in the New Testament?
Right.
Because we still being tempted, man.
Right.
You know, hey, we still under these curses.
Right. Read the new covenant up. Read the new covenant. Wait, I did read the new covenant. And tell me, who is the elect? Who name? Let's point out every brother
Right.
is an elect.
And then let alone, you gotta read the scriptures, man. And we out here teaching, man. The new covenant, you ain't gotta teach another soul. Let alone, we're not gonna be envious over foolish men, right? And that's the whole point when it deals with the table. If you on the other side, in order for me, if you in the world and I'm over here and I'm doing what the Lord wants, what could get me over on that side and what you got? I gotta be envious for you. So Psalm 73.
Starting verse 8. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so shall that there could but one man go there at once. Okay? So that's how narrow that this path is, man. Not too many people that the scripture say many are called, but few are chosen. Right. Meaning is that a lot of people that come to this truth is not going to make it.
Right.
That's how.
Right.
And think about that, right? You had that flood, right? The first death. You got that fire on the right hand side of the second death, man. You just trying to make it in between, man. So you don't get caught.
It's like
fall into that.
It's like a concert. You gotta hurry to get a ticket before the concert starts. As soon as the concert starts, you can't get in no more. So you know what I'm saying? We right now we on borrowed time. You better get your damn ticket.
But so like because it's a narrow path, you can't just run through this thing, man. 'Cause guess what? You gotta wait for the next brother because he's gotta go, and then you gotta go. Like, you just gotta imagine it.
Right.
It's like a few people, and we all try to walk, and we can't just run to it. So we gotta take our time and walk slowly. And you don't look. It's like a balance beam, man. You know what I'm
To be
saying?
honest with you, on that narrow path, you're gonna fall.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a practice right now.
It's a tightrope.
It's practice because when you fall, you're gonna stay down and get back up.
Right.
This thing is like a marathon. You gotta pace yourself. You can't just go all out. You gotta really pace yourself and think about your actions.
Right.
This is Matthew 9, verse 37. This is at getting a call for our children. Right? So, it says, then he said unto his disciples, the harvest is truly plenteous, but the laborers are few.
Right.
So it's not too many people out here doing the work that they're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Let it back up what he said.
Right, and that's a heavy point right here, man. This is why, man, hey man, you come into this walk and you know you're an Israelite, you know you're supposed to be doing the best of your ability to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and to have the faith in Yahushua. And when you have that faith, you're going to do the works. Okay? We're not in this thing just to be sitting or looking pretty with our damn fringes over here where we go. All right, we got a job to do, man. All right, you brothers and sisters that's out there, man. You know you're an Israelite. You got the knowledge. Go do the work,
There's a lot
bro.
of brothers
We're
with
trying to get out of here,
a
man.
lot of brothers with fruits in their shirt that don't even come back.
Yeah, man.
It's that candlestick, man, that you hide over the bushel.
Yeah, man.
That's what you doing, man.
It's not bad. Another point that was in there, it says the harvest is plenty.
Right.
So it's enough for everybody to eat out of it.
Right.
But nobody want to put in the work to get the bread.
Yeah,
Man, you gotta put in the work.
You got to put in the work, man. Work, faith without works.
Right. A man that works, man don't eat.
Right.
That's it.
Because that's what it's doing something.
Right.
Hey, Salaki, and one more point. And you know, you got a nice amount of brothers in the camp. If you use another brother fire to get built up. Okay? You can go and set the camera up yourself. All right? And practice makes perfect.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Start,
You can go and just read scriptures.
Yeah.
You can just open the book, turn on the camera, and just read the
Read
scriptures.
scriptures. That's a fact. Don't even think
That's
about it.
still bringing out the word of the Lord.
Yeah, man,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
we in the business.
That's why people don't just read the book.
Yeah.
They don't just read the Bible.
If you ain't doing nothing, at least read. If you can't read,
You get the lessons, you will know.
you see the steam about it. When you read, when you go to a dinner table, you got to read the menu.
Right.
How you gonna order the food if you ain't reading the menu? And the scriptures is the menu at the dinner table. Well, what menu is the wicked gonna give you? They gonna give you diamond jewelry and a girl with a fat ass.
It's not going to get no chicken.
Yo, for the sisters, that's how we around. The enemy gonna give Creflo with niggas.
You know
right?
what? You know, this whole shit is an illusion any goddamn thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing is an illusion.
Yeah.
You go on Instagram and you seeing the big ass booties and shit.
Yeah, that's what they give you.
But you go, hold on, you go in the inbox and 5,000. What? $5,000?
That's
You
it.
know what I'm saying? Yo, these women charging brothers $5,000 to $10,000 to hit that, bro.
Let them
Hey,
know.
yo,
They gotta
fly
have
him out. You gotta fly him out.
You gotta fly him out.
Pay for the hotel.
This is
You
fly.
gotta get him a rental car.
The woman gonna make $50 million on OnlyFans and she just posted pictures.
See that?
And she was posting pictures when she was under 18. She just didn't show the page until she turned 18. But made 52 million, man. Only on pictures.
The 5.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you
The
know-
niggas paid for pictures, bro.
Yo, you know the crazy part is some of the OnlyFans women only bathed about, the one said she only bathed 32 times the year 22. The highest paid OnlyFans actress. She only bathed 32 times in a whole year.
She only washed up 32
32 times.
That's only about,
That ain't even,
that's only like 5 times.
that ain't even once a
Once
week.
a-
That ain't even once a week. Come on,
You
dog.
said at least paid.
The most paid one, she grossed, I think, higher than that 52 million, but, and, bro, she only, I had posted on my Facebook.
Let me bring this up.
That's
That's
crazy.
Of course she was an Edomite, but she wasn't an Edomite, bro.
Talk louder, please, Ashley, please.
Luke chapter 12 and starting verse 47. And that servant knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, nearly according to his will, and the being was made right. So the people who know the truth, know the good, not understand, but they just don't do it, just lounge around. They're going to be deemed mason, they get abused, bound, incinerated. That's a law. The reading on, but he didn't do it. Right, yeah, let's repent. Only if you repent for you repent, and that could be when you was part of that business. Yeah, when you repent, that would be in the right. But reading on, but he that knew not to commit things worthy of stripes shall be deemed few stripes. Or to whomsoever much is given, and him shall be much required, and to whom much commit. Whom they have committed much, him will actually more. So, okay, while you get a lot of understanding, you got output, that same output is not the same receipt.
Right. So the increase that the Lord give you, you need to be putting it out, man. If the Lord give you a certain amount of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you need to be getting that thing out there, man.
Yeah, because the word has to be regurgitated. Regardless if you're not trying to regurgitate what somebody else saying, the word has to be regurgitated. Everybody somewhere else that's teaching the word saying the same that you said. They just might be a mastery and using the other ways of teaching it. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes you might miss a certain piece of what the whole scriptures is going to be regurgitated.
I got a precept. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 7, and verse 22. It says, many will say to me in that day, this is red letter, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have we depart from me, ye that work iniquity,
Oh,
man.
man, that's a powerful precept right there.
That's crazy.
It said, it said, yo, get away from me. I don't even know you, man.
Or that shit just like you brought out. You get weak. You get weak and you fainted. You feel what I'm saying? You was in this thing fiery at one point in time. You casting out devils in the name of Yahweh Shai, and you doing this and you doing that. Next thing you know, you done got your flame blood. You still think you in the truth, man. Because you done did the work. But the Lord done forgot you. He don't know you no more, man. He remember your things. Yeah.
Imagine coming to the dinner table, you knocking because you think you a guest.
You think you went there.
And then they come and, you got the big black angel sitting there just like, hey, look, you down with
You
us.
got a list, bro.
No, man, I know you're how shy, man.
I got a precept.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine that. Imagine you did all that.
What you were saying, Galatians 6:3, when a man thinks that he is something, he deceives his own soul.
Right.
That's
nonsense. Right. I got a quick precept. Luke 9, verse 62. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. So you can't even really be tempted to go back to the world, man. Like the scriptures say, man, if you're going to do this thing, you got to be on fire, man. You can't be all like, okay, I'm going to go back into the world this time, and now I'm gonna be out here once in a blue moon. Nah, man, you gotta stay on fire, man. You can't let up. You gotta keep, like I like to say, you gotta keep your foot on these niggas' neck, man. You can't let up, man.
Get along, like go along, get along. I can do what I want. It's just a club, man. It's just a religion, man. It's just a religion. Not that serious.
Yeah.
No, not that boring. That's not all I
Yeah, this, hey, man, that's a mindset that a lot of people be in, man.
But another thing is, people don't want to say that's how they believe, but that's how I see
That's
it.
how that's how the action show. The action show. That's a fact.
They got a precinct for it.
Tell the woman she claims she get mad at you.
The action show.
Yeah. They tell her, yeah, women don't want to accept they a hoe. You remember back then, you couldn't tell a woman she a hoe? Man, Esau made it so smooth and a nice thing to be a hoe. Women just walk around. Amber Rose, she just say, hey, I'm a hoe.
Slut walk.
Yeah, women are happy to say they a hoe. They're happy to say it now.
The number one common outfit for the so-called New Year's Day was bitches had on the button, see-through ass,
Yeah.
button. And you can see
See-through
everything,
everything.
bro.
Yeah, be a hoe,
Everything,
bro.
bro.
It's
It's
good.
good.
They don't even cover their titties up no more,
No,
bro.
and they got this one drink in the industry. They it was like a advertisement. They was telling people, if you believe in God, hey, that's cool and fine, but don't do that when you do your award speech or when you at any event. We understand that. Say that at home. As soon as you say the God thing, it takes away from the vibe, and then it lowers the money rate. And the man gonna try to show anybody that say they God, look at how their money is. But when they don't, look how it is. You know what I'm saying? So how about we go left? We know you believe in God. God is good. God is great. Let us have a time. But when you come here, don't bring that in
You
here.
know who said that? Dana White of the UFC, because there was an Israelite man who fight in the UFC, and he said, first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And then Dana White came in a press conference the very next day and was like, yo man, we know you love God, but don't bring that to the ring. Nigga, you putting your life on the line. I'm here getting my ass beat in the ring and I come out victorious. Of course I'm gonna thank my Lord and Savior, man. What is wrong with these damn Edomites,
You know what I'm
man?
saying?
Backwards, bro.
No, he still had. He still had one.
Okay, so this is what the second Peter 2, 20.
Uh-huh.
So after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior, Yahushua HaMashiach, they are again entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse for them than the beginning. But it is better for them not to know the way of righteousness, than after they have known it, turn from the voice of them and deliver them to them. So it happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog returns to his own vomit again, and the sow that was lost.
Woman, and next thing you know, back in the world, witchcraft, back, you know what I'm saying?
I done seen this so many times.
Yeah, man, just doing everything, man. Sinning.
Out here on the block with us one day, then right out on the block selling clothes and all this other stuff the next day.
Yeah,
It's
next thing
crazy.
you know, you eating a fucking pig in a blanket. That motherfucker is pork. So like I said,
You know, we
It's
finished
all,
that.
man.
You gonna
I
slap.
thought the brother had the goddamn red lobster. You goddamn shrimp. That's shrimp. That's
And the sow that was lost the law and not. That's what happened. Turn back.
Right. And so like, you know, if you honestly in this thing, man, like you can't shut up the word of the top, man. Like it's gonna burn you like a fire, right? This is Jeremiah chapter 20, verse 9. It says, then I said, I will not make mention of him or speak any more in his name, but his word was in my heart as a burning fire, shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. I'm gonna read it in GMT real quick.
Lucky when that happens, sometimes Satan put in your mind. That's how brothers fall out. Because they're, you know, fall short. Something happened. Brothers are let Satan put on their mind. You know, because the world is Satan's playground.
right.
And it's hard when you to be an angel surrounded by demons.
If I might,
That's why you gotta stay around brothers too.
and if I might add real quick, Satan think I'm crazy or not. Satan will talk to you directly, man.
Facts.
He will speak to you with words that you understand, man.
Yeah.
And whether it be through somebody you know, something you see on TV, something you see on your phone, Satan will get the message across any way that he can.
Even in
man.
your own mind.
Right.
Even in your own
Yeah.
mind. You can be in your own
Oh,
voice.
yeah,
Your
that's
own
facts.
That's why I said Jeremiah 17:4.
Yes,
Mind is deceitful above all things.
Yeah.
You can't
I got a precept.
get into it, man. You gotta stay strong, man. Because once you start getting into, let's say, you have full-blown conversations with you, man, and you just, oh man, that do sound good. Maybe I should just
Sound?
man.
Hey, listen, if I can have it, you gotta be like the Yahushua. Like when Satan came along, you know, he rebuked him with the scriptures.
Woo!
That's how we got
Facts.
to use these, that's why we have to read.
When Satan came to Job.
Yeah, or Satan when he came to Job.
Yeah.
He came to Job. You know, we have got to use these scriptures to correct our thoughts.
He broke Job down, man. He broke
I
Job
got a precept
all the
on
way
the
down.
gas, so we got.
Yeah, I'm gonna read this in the GNT real quick. It says, "But when I say I will forget the Lord and no longer speak in His name, then your message is like a fire burning deep within me." Right? So you just can't shut it up, man. It says, "I try my best to hold it in, but can no longer keep it back, man." Because that's the thing too. Like even when you know, like it's been a while too. Like even I just see stuff on TV, but I think the scriptures come to my head. I'm just sitting at work, stuff will come to my head. Like the scriptures, you know, it's always just in there. You just want to constantly bring it out, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though it don't matter how it is, but it's deep in there, man. If you in there, that thing will come out.
Yeah, it's a lot. Sometimes, man, I you know, because you get highs and lows in the truth.
Right.
Some weeks you on fiery. Some weeks you're low on fire. Next week it might be them because you battle. But then, hold on, Salaki. But then the Lord, He gonna one week you could just get a fire out the blue, like you just like you just can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Just you jot your little notes down, boom, bam. You know what I'm saying? And it just happened like that.
It could come from another brother. Like
Yeah.
I might see another
Yeah.
brother doing a lesson like, oh shit, man, that's fire. I got it. That's fire. That's the first thing could have but that's fire. Then I gotta spit it out, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes, man.
Whenever you want to ignite a fire, you want to put something else that can make that flame get even higher. As soon as you see it dim, you gonna put something else on it that's gonna catch a spark. Because we know in St. John 15 to 6, the 6th verse, a lot of us that don't abide in the Mashiach Yahushai, it's gonna be that stick in that bonfire that withered away. So if you wanna be part of the devil's advocate, you're gonna wither away. And this is why I wanted to bring out this verse before we continue. Psalm 73, verse 27, for lo, they that are far from thee shall perish. Thou hast destroyed all them that go a-whoring from thee. Man, it's already predestined. Anybody that went a-whoring away from Yahweh, they're going to be consumed, man.
Right.
That's why we're saying, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. And basically, whoever don't believe, they're going to perish. It's going to be them same ones that couldn't believe in that stumbling block, that cornerstone, which is the Mashiach Yahushai. Whenever you at the table, when you know Yahushai there, anything is dropped, it's done away, man. Anything in the name of Yahweh Yahushai, everything is done, bro. It's nothing compared to did Buddha die? If that nigga died, he should have died and lost weight like Gucci. You know what I'm saying? The Hindu woman with the 6 arm looking like Gore off of Mortal Kombat. What the hell did she do for any of our people? Chakra, him. When did them rocks do anything for a brother that carrying a rock? Yeah, it probably helped with the energy, but that never brought us. There's no other God, there's no Luciferian that can help us, but it always is going to take you away from the Lord. That's what any God does, and anything that's out of Yahweh Shai is going to take you away from it.
And let me back a little bit off the point when you said when you got a fire, you got to add something to it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to get this real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 4 and 11. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? Right. So you really, when it comes down to it, you got to have the brothers around adding fuel to the fire, man. Because when you're not really got the brothers around, man, you kind of see your fire going out, man, and then you start breathing so much, and the breathing is really the oxygen to it all. If you don't have oxygen, you don't have a fire at all.
Yeah.
So you gotta have the oxygen, and you gotta be adding the other stuff, having brothers around to keep you on fire.
That's a fact.
When the wind picks up on a forest fire, that shit just ignites.
Oh, yes.
Right.
When I was in California, that shit jumped a 6-way highway, jumped over, burnt up my uncle's house, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's, you know what I'm saying? But that's that wind, right? That oxygen is what triggers that fire. Because when you suffocate the oxygen, when you suffocate a fire, and you don't have oxygen, that's when it goes out, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, so just like the brother was saying right here too, man. He was saying basically, and then once you don't have that fire, because we was going into this last year, it's crazy that spirit got his back here again. But you know, like I said, once you you know, the brother was talking about the thoughts, basically your mind. You know what I'm saying? You will really be persuading your own mind to think that you're doing something. You know what I'm saying? You think, oh, I'm gonna go do, oh, you know, this can't be right, man. You know what?
It's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been down there 6 months.
Yeah. Oh, they ain't going off the, you know, pop my girl in her butthole or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, some shit. You know, it ain't going off. You know what I'm saying? You'll really be thinking that shit. But that's why we keep each other sharp, because the Lord might show this brother something that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go through this real quick. This is, and another point I want to make is the scriptures say, he that dwelleth in the secret places of the Almighty shall what?
Well, under his grace.
Yeah. So we're gonna dwell in Right. So when under the wings of the Most High God, you're gonna be protected. Your thoughts is gonna be controlled. It said this is 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 13. It says 13. Yeah, 14. It says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, put now off the weak nature, man. And when you put now off the weak nature, that's how you have your thoughts controlled, man. What's the scripture where it say, this is Psalms where it say, it's a prayer to David. He says, basically control my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Control, something about controlling his thoughts. Yeah, when he prayed about his thoughts, you know what I'm saying? So, like the brother was saying, Jeremiah 17:4, your mind is deceitful above all things, man. Right. You can really be thinking something. That's why you gotta really dwell in the scriptures, man. Right. You gotta go back to the drawing board. Hey, man, here, my mom, I'm going on. Let me go here, see the Lord sent this, man. I can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Satan really jump on your mind. Let me do another one.
In the scriptures, you gotta go deep sea diving. You gotta really go deep. You can't. You gotta have a mind to go in a secret place in the scriptures. Because I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to reading, if you don't have your heart into it, if you can get distracted quick, you might be scrolling on your phone. You might go because it happened to me too. But I'm just saying so that you don't go on the other side. I'm just saying me in my own shoes. I just try to avoid anything on that side of the table. But it's gonna always come because how you gonna know if you want the truth if you ain't never getting tempted? Because whenever you dwell with Yahweh Shem outside, you have to deal with persecution, you have to deal with lowliness. Sometimes you got to deal with sacrifice. You're not going to be hanging with your friends as much. I'm going to want to chill with sinners, but if I know I have a stronghold, I'm not, oh man, I'm still dealing with weed. You know what, let me stand away from this brother. That's when you use be wise as a serpent. Right. And the whole thing about the scriptures is to make us the men of the Lord so that we're smarter, we make better decisions. Right. We think before we act, we think before we speak. We see a man down, we don't wait to get an arm. We gonna run to that brother, hey, do you need help? You know what I'm saying? Instead of slicing a brother down, I'm gonna give him a sword and I'm gonna sharpen my sword. That's your fire alarm. Really good, brother. Hey, I got oil, I'm gonna give him a little bit of oil, but hey, we can go to this corner store and we gonna make sure you get more oil. We're trying to make other brothers prepared by making them aware. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5. It says, trust in Yahweh Shai with all thine heart and lean not on thy own understanding. It says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. That's what I was thinking about. In all of thy ways acknowledge him, and he's gonna direct your path, man. So even if you think you fully persuaded or something like got no understanding, go to the Lord with it. That's why the scriptures say, cast your burdens upon the Lord. Real quick, one more verse. It says, be not wise in thine own eyes, man. What that mean, man? All right? Don't be wise in your own eyes, all right? Because you got to, hey, if you don't really know something, go to the brother. Go to another brother. He don't know, go to an elder. You know, go to the elders, man. They're going to have an answer for you, man. It says, fear Yahweh Shai and depart from evil. Right? And that's how you really keep your mind under control, man. Stay away from all of that because the more closer you get into evil, the more your mind gonna be evil. You're gonna be thinking shit and thinking you got the understanding of it. Oh yeah, this is it.
But that's why, you know what I'm saying? This is why I don't really, you know, like even my family members and shit, if I be around people that I know that's doing some shit, and I know that's gonna stop me from going on, I'm not gonna hang around. The scriptures tell you to observe the time when you're amongst the indiscreet. All right, you're supposed to do that. You're being around some, you know how you been in the world, you have big Harris man and shit, riding around all day and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you know what I'm saying? Then you go, you do it again the next day, and do it again the next day, all with the same nigga that you wicked as hell. That's not gonna have your mind in the right place. So,
Spitting on the block.
spitting on the block. Yeah. Doing stupid shit. Yeah.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 16. This I say, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Right.
For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
Hold on, man. It says so that he cannot do the things that he would, man. When you got that internal battle going on, man, sometimes you don't even realize you can't do the things that you're supposed to do because you just conflicting in your body. You want to do this, but your flesh got you doing this, and then you want to do that, but your flesh got you doing that. The spirit, what you do? Yeah, man. You walk around like a chicken with your head covered.
Yeah, that's what your inside's really doing that. You really going crazy in the inside. What you do, you looking normal on the out, but you going crazy in the inside.
Let me just bring this, because this is what we keep talking about, right? This is Jeremiah 17:9, like you were saying, right? You know, this is how your flesh is thinking, right? Jeremiah 17:9, it says, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? It says, I, Yahweh, search the heart and try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways, according to the fruit of his doing, right? It told you to walk in the fruit of the Spirit, right? The fruit of your mind, man, which is desperately wicked, man. When you out here thinking evil thoughts towards your brothers, right? Towards your neighbors and all this other wicked stuff that you know, only the Lord knows, because he's the one who can think what's going on in your brain. Man. That's how wicked we are.
And Salaki, that's a spirit that you just said. It's a spirit that we've been talking about. Because lately, you know, Satan just been jumping on my mind saying some weird shit. And you know what I do? I rebuke it in the name of Allah. I'm saying, oh, I know it's not me, bro. That's Satan me saying that. That's not me thinking that. What? That's not my thought. Before I'm like, damn, I used to like get down on myself because I thought that was coming from me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But now I just rebuke it, man. Rebuke them thoughts that's in your mind, man. Right. Do it over and over and over again. They'll flee too, man.
Verse 18, but if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Okay, and that was it.
All right, I gotta go through this. This is Ephesians 4:22. Or actually, I go with 21. 21. And so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him as the truth as is in Yahweh Shai, right? That you put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, right? And that you put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. So you gotta really put that old man off and change your mind frame up, man. And actually, it takes a lot to actually change your mind up too, though, man. But when you actually start changing the way you think and break the cycle of waking up, doing the same thing over and over and over again, and get on a better circle, man, you really understand like it's all really come down to your mental of what you put yourself to, man.
And that's why like fasting too is important, because it helps you to neglect the flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the flesh wants so much all the time and every time. And it's like when you're able to fast and reject that, then it helps clear your mind to think, you know, spiritually. You know, that's a lot of times.
Yeah, man, it's a good
process to do.
No, I got it. My fault. Yeah, man, and that's another thing too. The fasting is what the fasting get them spirits off you, man. For real, man. Like brothers need to be definitely, you know, if you ain't fasting, man, you gotta get on it, man. You know, me for myself, man, I gotta get on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I be wanting to do certain things, but just like you can't let life stop you from doing, you know, the things that you need to be doing. And brothers definitely should be fasting, man. Like
That's why you gotta look at the prophets that actually fast and look at what happened. Moses fasted 40 days and 40 nights. And the Lord was using him, and he came back down with 2 tablets, man. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh was fasting 40 days and 40 nights, man. And this man was praying more than you was saying, God, God, who? You know what I'm saying? Look at Ezra. Ezra was fasting constantly, and this man came out with the most beautiful future prophecy. And we still flipping through it, man. This man was even fasting, just eating flour. Oh, Lord, never asking the Lord, what else? Hey, Lord, when is going to be the end? Imagine you fasting and you asking the Lord, when is going to be the end of this? The spirit that brother was in, he was asking, when is the end? Show me niggas on Facebook and IG when they ask me, when is the end? When is the beginning?
Ezra was seeing
Yeah, he was in the spirit. Yo, John.
Ezra was seeing that. He was seeing this time.
Who was he talking to?
John of Revelation, chilling.
Raphael?
Old as hell, man.
Who was he talking to? Raphael? No. Or not Gabriel. Uriel. I can say Uriel. Uriel.
Another one, Ezekiel, man. Ezekiel was seeing that.
Oh yeah, God.
Angels, man.
Chariots, woo!
I mean, he was seeing something that you would think was part of the damn X-Files.
That's what
Right.
Yo, look, I got something to share, right?
It's a lot. Think about how fine you are, you know what I'm saying? Where you got an archangel coming to visit you, and you sit up there, he said, yeah, fast 7 more days. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm fast. I want to know what's more, you know what I'm saying? And he was worried about his people, too. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just worried about himself. He was worried about his people, too.
Hey, and that's how you know this right here is a different type of captivity. This is the worst one. Because when you gonna find time in this society to fast 7 days? When? How can you? In this society? This is how far off we've gone we are, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just go off in your barn in your damn field and fast for 7 days for the Lord of this society. You gotta work. You gotta do all kinds of shit. You jammed up in the house with the children and the kid and the wife, and you don't have no land. You know what I'm saying? Like, where we going? You feel what I'm saying? You live in a cold ass city. You know, if it's freezing outside, you ain't going into the wilderness. Not this weather, you know. Come on, man. Like, yeah.
So even while we talking about that, just like saying how some of the prophets died for the name of Yahweh. Imagine yourself now. Can you really think, can you handle dying for the name of Yahweh? This is a commentary. This is dealing with Andrew.
That's the spirit that said that. I literally just had this conversation with my family last night. All my kids, I asked every single body in the house, would you gonna take? I told them, y'all gonna take the chip? You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna get your head chopped off? They said, get my head chopped off. I said, you really mean that? I said, I made everybody close their eyes and think about it.
And you said, just like Peter.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like,
somebody gotta get
talk.
that Peter account when he denied Yahweh. This is commentary. This is Andrew, right? Andrew in the New Testament. It said he was crucified on an X-shaped cross in Patras in Greece. After being whipped severely by 7 soldiers, they tied his body to the cross with cords to prolong his agony. His followers reported that when he was led towards the cross, Andrew saluted it with these words, I have longed and desired and expected this happy hour. Your cross has been consecrated by the body of Hamashiach hanging on it. He continued to preach to his tormentor for 2 days until this man, he breathed into his tormentor while this man torturing him, man. This is the day! Yay!
They gonna grab the babies up, grab Shorty up on that right in front of you. You really is Yahweh shot?
Right.
You grab your son up, or your daughter right in front of you, and they put her on a guillotine right in front of your face, man.
And they gonna try to do the kids in front of the wives to make you flip, man. And that's the strength that we gotta have. And like we were going about in the fast, and I just want to get this real quick. When we go back to when you look at the old like movies like 12 Years a Slave and what was another one? Well, when the slaves stopped eating, right? They was trying to fast, right? What would they do? They chisel their teeth in and try to force feed them. You know what I'm saying? That's how wicked this society. That's how wicked this captivity is, man. Right? And like you said, it's hard to even do a fast because Esau goddamn put an IV in your fucking body and shit. You know what I'm saying? You try to go out and do stuff like that, man. It's a cold place, man. It's a cold place out here, man.
Right. Just like the brother was saying, like Peter, man. Like Peter he was a warrior for the Lord, man. He was a warrior, Peter. He was a warrior for Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, oh, I got a piece
You know what I'm saying? He was slicing shit.
there.
I meant for Yahweh, Abraham.
God.
Right. Yo, just to go off that commentary with Peter, they say Peter was crucified upside down on an X-shaped cross. According to church traditions, it was because he told his tormentor that he felt unworthy to die in the same way that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach had died.
That's when the victory of the martyrs.
Huh?
That's when the victory of the martyrs.
No, it probably was, but it's from a brother named Ammo. He documented content.
I think it's the.
And it's a precept that goes on it when Yahweh Shai paraphrase how Peter would die. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy when you read this account. A lot of us will be fast and say, "Man, I'm gonna do that, man. I'm gonna die." But watch when I come. We gonna all buckle up just like Peter, man. That's why we gotta be humble.
Right,
down.
right. You really gotta be. You really should be praying.
Lord willing.
You should be praying.
That Lord willing gotta
Yeah.
come. Lord willing.
Yeah, how
I
right
couldn't
is
let
that?
my hand go
Yeah.
off.
Hey,
If you
yeah,
keep
Lord's
saying
willing, yeah.
you gonna hurry to be a let me
Fact.
chip you, or let me chip you on it.
Yeah, Lord's willing. Lord's willing. You can go through that. And you should. That's another thing you should be praying for. Right? You should be praying for when the hour of temptation get here that you're not gonna take the damn shit.
When he
You know
say,
what I'm
don't
saying?
worry about what you gonna say. You know what I'm saying? In that time, you want the Lord to already have prepared what you gonna say. No. That note is already.
Yeah, man.
Right. Yeah, go ahead.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 26, and verse 69. It says, "Now Peter sat without the palace, and a damsel came unto him, saying, Thou also was with Yahweh Shai in Galilee. But he denied before them all, saying, I know not what thou sayest. And when he was gone out into the porch, another maid saw him, and said unto them that were there, This fellow was also with Yahweh Shai of Nazareth. And again he denied with an oath, I do not know that man. It says, and after, while he came unto him, that they stood by and said unto Peter, Surely thou also art one of them, for thy speech beware thee.
Yo, there's a lot of us that's fools that say there's no God. There's a lot of us that's fools that say, hey, that's not Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? This man clearly denied Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. He just clearly, no, man, I ain't
You
gonna
got
do
the
it.
keys to the kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's still,
Some of us ain't Peter.
that's the,
It
right?
says-
A lot of
then-
us gonna deny Yahweh Shai on this side.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not
Yeah. Brothers out here,
That's
brothers.
how you know this thing is about being elected.
Yeah.
Some about favoritism.
Yeah.
Because you gotta be favored by the Lord.
That's a fact.
You see it right there. Peter denied the Lord, but he still got the keys.
Yo, hey, look,
Some of us gonna deny the Lord on this side and be utterly destroyed.
hey,
And it also shows the prophecy too, right? Because Yahweh Shai prophesied too, that he was going to do that.
Yeah,
Right, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? That lets you know, like,
Yeah.
the true,
That had to come to pass.
right, the true word of Yahweh Shai, like, you know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai is the word of the Most High.
Right. Verse 73.
Moses too, man. Moses couldn't get into the promised land, but man, he was gonna get the kingdom. There's gonna be a lot of us that's walking this walk, and we not gonna get in the kingdom. All you was doing was just planting seeds just to get them in.
Yo, but that's going into the sure verses of David. And if you look at Moses, Peter, King David, it's
Yeah.
all the same person.
Yeah.
You know? And reincarnation. You know?
Let thou get an understanding.
Yeah, God can understand.
Yeah, it's out here.
This is why we're coming out here with labor so we can have those mercies of David. You know, if you know anything about the mercies of David, you know that David he did a sin worthy of death. You know? And we all want that kind of mercy.
That's a fact.
Moses also did sin worthy of death. He didn't even get to the promised land.
Yeah, he did.
That's
Yeah,
what
right.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's a spirit.
that.
That's the spirit. Because he smited the rock.
He didn't sanctify the Lord.
Yo, that's a spirit.
Like
bro.
all three of them did something against the Lord, but they've got all of them forgiven. Moses was forgiven, David was forgiven, and Peter was forgiven. Peter got forgiven.
Yo,
This
this
means
is
First John, please.
What he said was he was the one loving the
First
Lord.
John 3.
He was like his best love.
off of all all y'all brothers say, even on the deep tip, right? It say in Psalms 119, when we said earlier, verse 99 and 100, it say, I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the ancients because I keep thy precepts. Me and you got the blueprint with us every day wherever we go. You know what I'm saying? And furthermore, you got history books that's outside the Bible that makes it, like Babylon the Timbuktu, right? You got the Esau Edom book. You know what I'm saying? Our knowledge in the end is going to increase. Right now, your forefathers will be proud as hell that we made it to where we at. That's why you got to take accountability. Me and you should never let our Bible collect dust. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, because you're going to be that same nigga. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, and you're going to be flying through another man's testicles again. You know what I'm saying? This thing, the kingdom is promised, but not everybody promised to walk through the gates. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Do you want to be born or do you want to walk through the gates? We talking about Philip. You know, like when you're watching movies with Cinderella, when she turned into a beautiful woman. Oh shit! Oh man, look at this. I'm talking about you getting glorified bodies. Niggas gonna change. This nigga's shoulders gonna be big, pocket out. Niggas gonna be a human transformer and it tall. Yo, Gadget, look, I'm tall now. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be something that brothers gotta do. Same way.
Brothers gonna get beards on their
Yo,
cheeks.
at the dinner table with the Lord, you will look like a king. With
Most
the
High gave us all different characteristics, power tricks.
yeah.
One brother throwing out fire, the other brother got laser beams.
Right.
One brother can slide, another brother is powerful, can throw a whole
No, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying at the table. Where on the Lord's side, you gonna look like a king, but on the devil's side, you gonna look like a half-shaved man. You gonna look broly as hell at the table. Yo, what's up? Blood in the finger, the head. But on this side, you gonna be drewed out like Mr. T. Hey, what's up? All the time like mini waters, because you're gonna be reflecting on the mercy of Yahushua. That's how the dinner table is supposed to look. You will reflect off of Yahushua, but if you want to be the world, that's why niggas be smelling like the world. They be smelling like they live with roaches. Like what's his name? George. What's his name? Jake.
Carousel.
No, what's that movie with the roaches?
Oh, Joe's apartment.
Yup. Half of y'all smell like Joe's apartment. Half of our women smell like Isaiah 3 and 4. That's what wrong with women. A virtuous woman is going to try to cleanse herself like David's wife. Yo, a woman that's at the table on the Yahushua side, she will be clothing herself in that spiritual frankincense and myrrh. What's that oil? The word. Yeah. The prophecies. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, he got a precept.
1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 53. For this corruptible was put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that it is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory?
Yeah, no, I get what you should never brought that out.
No, I should have.
Right. Yeah, go ahead.
Revelation 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them. Judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of the Yahushua, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, near his image, near have received his mark upon their forehead, or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with the Mashiach 1,000 years. They didn't get marked, they didn't get branded by the Esau. They didn't have Esau as their God or their master. They didn't take the world as their master. Nah, they got down, laid down, hecked on for your house, your Yahweh, your house, and you worship. And they got what they got. They got bullshit or a thousand or Israel. Literally going to Israel ruled for 1,000 years to get heaven. The whole nation of slavery. But yeah, they got 7 thrones of judgment. You rule over the whole world.
That's right.
Everything.
When you choose the side of how much you want to shot.
Right.
Isaiah 60, man.
Everything.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 15 to 18. It say, for this we say unto you by the word of Yahweh Shemashai, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of Yahweh Shemashai shall not prevent them which are asleep. For Yahweh Shemashai himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, and with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first,
Right.
then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds
Come on.
to meet Yahweh Shemashai in the air, and so shall we ever be with Yahweh Shemashai. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words. This is cheering, you know what I'm saying? Let alone Jude, the first, of course, one chapter, verse 14, 15. The prophecy Enoch said that 10,000 of the saints will come down with Yahweh Shemashai to commit a vengeance upon the ungodly, man. Those is things we want to hope for, but you gotta choose your Yahweh Shemashai side. And this is the finito right there.
Second Ezra chapter 2 and verse 40. It says, take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white,
Come on.
which have fulfilled the law of Yahweh Hashem
Uh-huh.
This is the number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of Yahweh
Wait,
Hashem.
hold on, one thing though. It's one thing, yo, that's another thing to show you. If you use in front of a preacher, the Lord accept that you're actually rehearsing the righteous acts, man. That you keeping the law, that's a good thing that you know because it's your schoolmaster. But any man, when he get a crown, you better be yielding. You better be yielding and wielding faith. Right?
It says that thy people, which have called from the beginning, may be hallowed.
Come on.
I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number. And they all praise Yahweh Shai with songs. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of high stature.
Yo, and the craziest thing, you can't fathom. Your forefathers seen men in this stature getting crowned. So that means we were there. That scenery, he seen whoever the hopeful elect is, we would probably stand right in that view that he was looking. Yo, Anthony standing right there. The same right there. Kumar, I'm probably gay, man. Gag, David, you know, we probably there.
Yeah, it
You
says
gotta really visualize
it
that.
says a young man high of stature. And we know this young man that was high of stature. Talking about Yahweh Shai, man.
Luke, the 19th chapter, where he say that a noble man goes to a far country
Right.
to get a kingdom.
It says taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marvel at greatly. Yo, Ezra seen this, bro. He seen before, after we right now we still, yo, the elect is still not crowned yet, man. He seen all the way in the future, man. This
Right.
is crazy, bro.
With God, or with man is impossible. With
Come on,
God
bro.
is possible.
This is crazy.
He's seen that gathering, that get together, they're all white.
Yeah. Yo, he probably seen the
That
water
moment that everybody wants to see.
Listen to this. It says, so I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto them, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh Yahushai. Now are they crowned and receive palms, man. Woo!
And that's why you want that second Ezra 6 and 9. If you not, even though woe to them that desire destruction, you know what I'm saying? You want to be prepared why you desiring that. Because you could desire so much, but be too prideful, and the Lord would make you trip, and then you fall, and you on that left-hand side. Don't ever get comfortable just because you're doing the work of the Lord.
Yeah.
You gotta try it as much as them. Because what was the wild olive branches? Some of them got plucked off, man. And the Lord brought in new ones, man. And you could be one of them joints that be broken off, and a new one come. Yo, brother, you gonna fit the bell for him.
You're gonna take the little fire, put it in somebody else.
I would just say that nobody take your crown.
That's why the Lord that we playing, everything He do is just and pure and right, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a privilege to even read this. To even read this and you don't make it, that's a beautiful thing. You got to read it. You got to hear it, man.
Then it says, 446, then said I to the angel, what young person is it that crowneth them? And he giveth them palms in their hands. And he answered and said to them, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Woo!
That's crazy.
Come on, bro. That gave me chills right
Yo,
there,
and the
bro.
crazy thing when they say, yo, man, I keep thinking about Yahushua in Luke, the 2nd chapter, when he was 12 years old. Well, whatever level, whatever age Yahushua is, man, it would be a privilege just to meet Yahushua. This man asking doctors of the law questions and answering them. Imagine him young right now asking No, that's the second. That's the second.
Hey, listen, and this right here, it said, that be them, it says, to whom they have confessed in the world, man. If you ain't confessing Yahushua,
It's not Jesus, man.
Right.
come on, his name is not Jesus.
And I even make the mistakes of saying Christ, man. I'll make the mistake. We're not dealing with that.
That's right.
When you around brothers or people in the world, don't be acting like you're in this one.
You gotta, hey man. Somebody asks you about the word, you in this truth, you better deliver.
Yeah, because
You better deliver.
The Lord said the earth was recorded against us.
Yeah, man.
It's
Anything
like
you do
it
is
said,
not
it said who confessed his name, right? Confessing. It said who confessed it. What does it say?
It said, "Can you confess?"
Oh, it says, then began I greatly to commend them that stood. Oh, Salakia. It says, where am I
Yeah, that's
at?
it. I think that's it.
Yeah. So I answered and said unto them, so he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world.
Right.
Then began I greatly to commend them
Right.
that stood so stiffly
Right.
for the name of Yahweh Hashem
For the
Yahushua,
name
man.
of Yahweh Hashem, man.
Come
Right,
on,
for the
man.
name of Yahweh Hashem.
Man,
Right.
that's
When
fire.
you say name, you gotta really know what his name is, and the damn sure ain't no.
Yeah, it ain't Jesus.
It ain't Yahweh.
It ain't Yehu.
It ain't Yeshua. It
It
ain't
ain't
Yeshua.
Yeshua.
It ain't Yahweh.
It ain't
And
Yehuda.
so like he said that you're gonna be like his friend. So who doesn't know their friend's name?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing?
And that's why when we get all these other names, you can't convince us the name is not Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yo, because even when they
It's
were trying
already in us.
Our head don't turn, bro.
Right.
When somebody say something, like our head don't turn.
when I was trying to make the word,
Don't make sense to
the
me.
name Jehovah, they took it from Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? And it all still derived from Yahweh. You know what I'm saying?
No vowel sound. The only vowel sound there is I. No vowel, the O, or sorry, no other vowel sound to keep. No A sound, no E sound, no O sound, no U sound.
There's an A sound.
Listen to this. Watch this. Last verse. So we all sitting here talking. We talking about how he prophesied about all the way into the end times, right? Last verse. Then the angel said unto me, go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that God thou hast seen, man. And what did he do? He wrote it down for us, man.
No, and that's what I said. We learn we learn more than the ancients, man.
And remember, he took this.
119 verse 100. That show you that.
Remember, he took this back. Remember, because they was going off because remember they had the strange wives, I believe, and all that stuff. So he was going back and bringing the word back to them back then too. You know what I'm saying?
It's like he was in a time machine.
Right.
That's a
You gotta go back all the way back.
Yeah.
Right. And the knowledge that he got from the beginning.
It's like he had a time machine.
Right.
Yo, and that show you how the Lord chose you, because this man made sure that you had
no,
a receipt
no,
to know from your past, man. You don't need 1,000 freaking books. You just need the right book.
Right.
And the Lord made and published the right book.
And you imagine just sitting there and the Lord just replaying all of this stuff that happened in history in your mind.
Yo, the scriptures say,
Book of Eli.
No.
Book of Eli.
Salakia.
Writing it down.
Yo, Salakia, the Lord said, before when he come back, what is it? What is the chapter? What is it? Zechariah 13 chapter, he's gonna lay it in front of their minds before he let them know why he killed them. It's a precept that say something like
They don't
that.
have, basically,
They
they don't
want
have
a hologram. Yeah, why he,
That's what they was doing in the world right before they get destroyed.
Yeah, right before they get destroyed. The Lord gonna show you why he killed your life. That's crazy.
Your life flashing before your eyes. That's how I say that.
God.
You say you get something.
You know, you can only imagine that how what those gonna be doing, what their thoughts gonna be like, their consciousness is gonna be like, oh, fucked up.
Yeah, they gonna know. Their spirit gonna be convicted.
Yo, like Martin Luther King.
Kind of get that.
Oh,
It's got a precept right here. It's basically following exactly what you said. Philippians chapter 2, and this is gonna be the result of them realizing. Philippians chapter 2, verse 9. Wherefore Yahweh hath highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name, that at the name of Yahushua every knee should bow, of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth, and every and that every tongue should confess that Yahushua HaMashiach is Lord to the glory of Yahweh the Father. Okay? So by the conscience bearing of witness, they're going to realize, and even during that destruction, they're going to confess.
What's the precept that say? What's that? Wisdom of Solomon? Or is that Wisdom of Solomon? Or they gonna know that they know they fucked up. They were like they was in great derision. Is that Wisdom of Solomon 5?
No, you're talking about when they're looking at amazement at the salvation.
Yeah. It's another one. Yeah, 5:1. But it's another one that say they gonna be they go right with that too.
That's what I'm saying.
They gonna know they fucked up.
The things that's coming up, you want those,
Just imagine them coming up right here when we was teaching that lesson. And you got somebody coming up here, right? And then that's the thought that come like, all I had to do was come right over here and get a word on the side. You know what I'm saying? But instead I want to go out so I can go watch a game or do some other shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know it.
Every desire should be in prophecy.
Bring it out.
Bring it out. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse. This is the common scripture. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have lost my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as the place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain. They're gonna know it when they get destroyed.
Right. That's that weeping. That's that weeping. Weeping in Nazareth too, man. You're gonna be weeping at that day, man. When you realize, like, damn, bro, I had that chance, and I said, remember, like, you got time to hear the word, Lord? You hear the word of the Lord? Nah, I ain't got time for that. You know?
That's why it's good to watch.
Yeah, all that time. That's why the Lord had us doing that for all them damn 3.5, 4 years. How long we doing it? Longer. Even brothers have been doing it longer than us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we done lend a hand to hundreds, maybe 1,000 people, bro. Keeping the stats.
Is there a word behind? He said, "This is the way."
This is the way. Walk you there in.
That's why it's good to watch movies that have disasters, because you're not gonna fathom what's gonna come. You're gonna see it in the movie, but it's gonna be 3 times, double times that, hyphen, HD. And imagine half of us thinking about some damn shoes and J's and heels we wear. And that day, I don't care, we wearing those over there. You're gonna wear those things, climbing, walking, and running. I don't care if they Timbs. I don't care if they see. Yo, when that time comes, I don't care if you wear FUBUs. You're going to wear those in that day. You're gonna get comfortable. Women gonna take off their weave. It's gonna be different in that day. Yo, a lot of people going beard.
It's like it. I told my children this today. I said, yeah, my wife was like, oh, look at this. She was showing me like a girl with a job. And I was like, man, they gonna. I said, I was like, damn. When that day come and they hungry, them butt jobs be showing all out, looking ugly and shit. Look, they gonna look like a thing. They legs gonna be skinny. They gonna like, contain me. They gonna have a fucking.
Some of the people that take medicine for their health.
Hold on, with a mustache and a goatee blowing yours.
A lot of people be suffering that time too, that take medicine for their body health or for the surgery they had, because they can't get another subscription. They got it right at the last minute. Watch, when hell break loose, they won't be able to get that medicine. Motherfuckers will be withdrawn over Ritalin. Anybody doing a drug at that time, the withdrawals will be crazy.
That's written in the book of Judges, the 10th chapter, the 10th verse. But the Lord is going to tell them, don't worship those guys that you worship.
Go worship those guys. That's a fact.
That's see if they'll say
Don't see if they'll say that.
That's Judges 10 and 14.
Yeah.
And why don't you tell them to come save you?
Yeah.
And there's another one in Jeremiah.
Imagine Leviathan though. You know what I'm saying? He even spoke about, you know what
We
I'm
even
saying?
spoke about the monsters that the Lord
Right.
Yo,
I'm saying,
I'm telling y'all right now,
what's
Lord
going
about to
on?
have all kind of different species we don't even know they're gonna be coming out,
Right.
ripping shit out. Yo,
Right.
about to play with me, bro.
Right.
It's about to go crazy.
Somebody ain't gonna say the Leviathan.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, skyscraper.
The Leviathan. They said the Leviathan. Jesus Christ.
Shit like that, bro. Like, bro.
The Leviathan is that real Godzilla.
A huge angelic monster coming out of the sky. You think
No, I ain't gonna lie. You ain't gonna be able to deal with that.
Nah, that's hope.
It said even spirits can't even penetrate his body, bro. You're not even ready for that.
The
man.
damn arrows, the damn, they nukes can't even go bounce right off.
Like Godzilla though, when them nukes was on Godzilla, that shit just made his ass stronger, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you watch that movie,
Yeah.
they was trying to nuke his ass.
Yeah,
he was just getting bigger.
radiation, radiation get high enough.
He was eating that shit. That was his dinner. He was eating that like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's good right
It's
there.
a scripture too to tell you about how certain bigger brothers, that's in the truth, they gonna get a body shit like they glorify. But I don't know, you know what I'm talking about? About the brothers that's bigger.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly.
Like they,
Yeah, Zach Rushmore.
Word?
brothers, yeah, real quick.
Yo,
Well, like
Like,
action.
brother, that dream man, that dream man.
Action, you gonna grow and be full.
Like brothers that's a little bigger, they gonna get their bodies gonna be shaped like the hawk or something like that.
Yo, this things, yo, and imagine, like the women gonna come out looking, what? Listen, we say our women look good. No, what? The woman, all her blemishes, she ain't gonna need makeup. Teeth, half of our women look like they biting rocks or hard skin.
Like you said, they gonna be saying, let me be sanctified through your name in Isaiah 4. No,
They gonna be ugly and walk.
no, they gonna be like that. They just gonna be coming out.
Yeah. Nah, even before that, hold on, Isaiah 4:1, that's gonna be before that time. That's gonna be during time of trouble. So they gonna see they gonna see we still looking regular. We still looking regular.
But they know that.
And they gonna be looking, they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna be butt job all lopsided. So they gonna bro, it's gonna look crazy for y'all. We ain't gonna look at you.
That's like, when it's just crazy, got stuff manifest, right?
Yo, but that verse show you that they're asking. So that means you gonna be picking. Nah, I don't want you. They gonna be asking, come on, can I get your name? You like, no, go to the other dude. They gonna have to walk and go to the other dude. Nah.
And yo, Asher, you can get this one over here.
Ashley gonna have to pick the crowd. It's gonna get so real because especially with your kids and when you moving, I'm telling you, a lot of brothers ain't gonna be selfish and women. You gonna want to be around somebody else that's an Israelite, but somebody that know the truth. Because being around somebody that don't know the truth, you gonna be going to sleep, and some people gonna be trying to eat your baby, man. It ain't gonna be food around somebody. It's gonna happen again. Who's gonna be eating your baby leg? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't want to be around people that you trust, man. That end time is gonna be beautiful. The end of the thing is better than the beginning.
Bring it out loud out so they can hear you.
Loud, your man voice.
The book of Zechariah chapter 12, verse 8. In that day shall Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is evil among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as Yahweh. And the angel of Yahweh before them. So they're gonna be like angels.
That's fire.
Like angels of the Lord. Man.
Woo!
Like look like angels, sound like angels,
Come on, bro.
run around like angels, looking like
What's going
power
on?
like angels.
Yo, and I be saying, we need power if it ain't gonna be no
I
sin.
know since I was a child, I always had these dreams. I had powers to fly, bro.
Yeah.
I've been sitting in the tree, flying, just take off. And I'm just people
bro.
walking on the sidewalk.
Yo, bro,
over,
you
I
know
don't
that
know why, bro.
You know what our son said? You know what our son said? Our son said, Dad, is we gonna be powered up and fighting like Dragon Ball Z in the kingdom? I said, yeah, we might be. Just playing, just powered up and just training. Yo, yes. Yo, it blew my mind.
They gonna say, oh, just for fun. We having the dreams like
Come
that.
on, yes. No, we're gonna have to keep the other nations in order too, though.
Right.
They can't just go do what they want. We're gonna have to go over there, fly over and make sure they keep it. We're gonna have an office. We're gonna have work to do. So, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be just, we're gonna get their asses on. You know what I'm saying? We have to go over there and cut it, eat my head off.
Like I said, we're gonna rule them with a rod of iron, man.
Flick him in the head, like,
And then they go flying way back like some
jump over immediately.
anime shit. Right?
Hey, with that being
Like Black Adam, when Black Adam just ripped that dude in half. Yeah, ripped it right there.
And with that being said, man, we want to give a call, Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakabadah. Give a double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who taught us the truth through the Holy Spirit. And with a mighty shalom to the elect right there at the four corners of the earth. And with that being said, shalom.
None of our time, but this time you never early, never late. You always on time.
Yeah.